Welcome back, everyone. So I did say here just about 2 weeks ago now that I was planning on coming out with the devlog, like a real one. You know, not just me talking, me showing you everything that I've done. It's been a while. I think I actually don't know how long it's been. Maybe since July. Since the last time I've done a devlog, actually showing progress. And at first it was like, I was adding so much stuff that I didn't want to do a devlog, and I was reworking pretty much the entire combat code up from the ground. And so I was like, I just don't want to do it right now while I'm doing all this stuff. The game's really buggy. And then once I fixed it, I was adding all this cool shit. um, and it was like, well, I'm adding all this stuff, so I don't want to show it now. And then eventually, it's like, I don't want to show all the stuff that I've done because it's too much stuff. But it's really cool stuff. So first thing, if you haven't seen it, name change. I think that was like the thing that haunted me the most when I was uploading videos about the game. 90%, 99% even, of all the complaints about the game were strictly about the name, and not just, you know, the Katana and Bat game. That's cool. Untitled. It was like blasphemous. And I can see why a lot of slop games have Untitled in them. Some do. That's for sure. And I don't want my game to be considered slop. It's not even retro slop. So, Ultimate Katana and Bat game. It's still UKBG, and that's probably what I'll always be calling it, just by the acronym. It just comes off the tongue better. But Ultimate Katana and Bat game, that sounds good. Sounds better than Untitled. So I gave the game a title. That's the first thing I did. Not in chronological order, but I did that. So your daily challenges are still here. Some minor text modifications. We're not going over that yet. Let's just take a look. I swear I've shown off the new weapons tab in the past with all, you know, if I haven't, forgive me, but there's all sorts of effect abilities, and you can see all the ultimates in every single stat. There's a new stat for bats. Bats now have specific regen amounts in their blocks. The standard is 1.5, so most of these have 1.5 HP regen every second. But bats like the basic bat have 2.5 to give the basic bat some advantages in some areas that other variants don't. Because the basic items aren't, they're not supposed to be like throwaways. Like the second I unlock the flaming katana, there's no reason to use the basic one. No. There's still a reason. There's still reasons. They lie within the stats. The basic katana has its own upper hands too. Mainly with the rampage or speed up, whatever you want to call it, abilities. So that was added if it wasn't already changed. I mentioned. And then there's a season pass. I don't know if I showed this off in the devlog, so I'll show it off. Date's so wrong. And I haven't touched it in a while, but it's super cheap. You can't see on here, but it's like, I think it's like 100 karma. It's really cheap. Let's do contracts. This is so crazy to show off. Yeah, so how this works is you can buy contracts, and in game, once you get a kill, the contract is activated. It lasts the whole match, but every time you spawn in, you need to get a kill for the contract to activate. And every contract has some positives and very strong negatives, but you can actually choose them, unlike what I'm going to be showing you soon. But yeah, they're pretty cool. I'll just buy one, because why not? Why not? And let's show off some more things here. I'm just going to show off all the UI elements, and then I'm just going to restart and show off some of the combat, because I'm not ready to show the end screen yet. It's career tab. You can see all your stats here. It's pretty basic. Basic layout. Cool stuff. This isn't done yet. The settings is partially done. I don't know if I've showed it off. I really just need see this on button. That's pretty much it. I don't think that works. There's some more gameplay settings I want to add. You can, in fact, turn off the music UI and lower music volume if you want. Leaderboard. Whoa, what's this? Yeah, you can see all player stats. I just added this yesterday, so it's only me and Miss Ruby on there. And then the friends thing doesn't work. It's just gonna pop up your Roblox friend tab so you can invite people easy. That's pretty much it for all the UI changes. So let's go in here and let's go into an actual match and show off some of the changes here and some of the additions that I've added. Okay, we're back actually on the same map too. And let's go ahead and let's just press this. And I'll get a contract soon. I don't have one on. Holy shit. There's perks. You can select them and they work, and you can see them on the side of your screen. You can select one perk every life, and it's pretty freaking epic. So yeah, there's perks. There's I think up to there's 50 of them right now. 50 standalone perks. I'm gonna show you something cooler. And the vending machines, I didn't do that well. The perks took a long time to work on here. One of the biggest focuses was to increase the chaos. Great suggestion by my dev friend, I'm Looped. Great suggestion to add perks into the game, and then I've taken some spins on it. And then some, the new vending machines, you don't actually pick what you're getting. It's just random. But for that, you can get 2 kills and get another pick at the vending machine. So every 2 kills, you get a reset on the vending machine, unlike how it was where it's once per life. So the old vending machine system is gone. The new one's here. It's way better now. So some changes here. The dodge, or the dash, is now a dodge, and there is no more dodge cancel. That made no sense earlier. So if you are stunned while dodging, it automatically dodge cancels, if you remember what I'm talking about. If not, let me show you. Okay, I have stunned myself. I dash, and it dodge cancels it, breaking it. But your dodge cancels, or your dodge is a bit longer if you hit a dodge cancel. I think it's like 2 times longer. So yes, that happens. Pretty cool stuff. So let's show off some of the contracts really quick. I'll do the cheetah. Why not? So it's gonna cost 100 karma, but there is a new game mode that can change that. It's Mayhem. In Mayhem, contracts cost less. So yeah, it's the best time to buy them. We're gonna choose Breeze. We're gonna get our vending machine item. It all happens kind of fast. You optionally don't have to pick a perk if you wait the amount of time it gives you on the screen and they go away. You don't get your perk. But there is a perk limit of 5 right now. And then after you hit the perk limit of 5, you have to get a kill while alive to get any more perks. So that's how it is working right now. On the screen here, you can hover over and see your contract. It's marked, it's purple. It has a lock on it to show you that it's not active. And then perks count in Roman numerals to show you what order you picked them in. I picked Breeze. Dodge cooldown reduced by 15%. It's pretty useful. And let's go ahead and get a kill. So nothing's changed with our good old grab.
Get over here!
It's just the grab. One thing though I want to point out, I did mention that I reworked all the combats. Jesus Christ, all the combat. It's totally done. Like everything's redone. All the hitboxes before were like off a little bit. So yeah, I reworked everything. Everything's much more organized and cleaned up. And so you actually hit shots how you're supposed to hit them. It's fluid. There's a new head movement system too, so that's much more fluid. It's not with every tool. So the lag in general on the game is there's way less lag. And if you saw that, my contract has unlocked, my walk speed has increased, and I can no longer double jump. Like I'm spamming it, like spamming my jump key. I cannot double jump, so I'm not just single jumping for fun. And yeah, these last for life after you get a kill, and if I die, it is once again locked, and there's an evolution. So there's perk evolutions. You can choose them. Let's restart shit. Same map again, my goodness. Alright. I know what I want to try and show off. Efficient. All ability cooldowns reduced by 10%. Kind of useless on this. Goat horn. There is a lot of unique vending machine items. I'll list them at some point. Small damage boost. Let's go ahead here and show off something interesting. Okay. Here we go. Let's just get a normal kill.
Get over here!
Modifiers. Let's do Blazing Bolt. So there's also modifiers. And modifiers, what are modifiers? So either once you get a 5-player kill streak, it can be also a 10-player kill streak because you can have up to 2 a match. So you can have a 1 for dodges and then 1 for grabs. They completely reshape how you use the ability. So for this case, the Blazing Bolt. Dodge turns into a fiery fury, engulfing the player and creating thermite explosions. Holy crap. And you do see here that I explode. It doesn't deal a lot of damage. It can, but in most cases, it's a very small explosion. These are standing enemies. You won't have many standing enemies, but it is more of a defensive thing. Like if you're trying to run away, it will deal some nasty damage to people chasing you. People that just don't know how to stay away. Also, if you touch people while you're dashing here, it applies extra burn like that. So yeah, it can be very annoying in a game that is about health conservation. This is an ability that can kind of turn the tide here, depending on how things go. That's still on my screen. The status handler was also, for all statuses, were also like totally reworked, but sometimes they go into the negatives. That's an easy fix, but let's go ahead here and pick up a dodge or grab ability too, while we're at it. So let's go ahead and get this kill. Alright. And a grab modifier. So Vine, Whip Shot, Shadow Pull. I love Shadow Pull. That's probably my go-to here to show off. So I'm going to show off the Shadow Pull. So Shadow Pull. Grab teleports the player directly to the hit enemy, and it makes the enemy vulnerable. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Sometimes when movement, like if these were moving targets and not just test dummies, things can get a little tricky because it will teleport you to the location you grab the player, not directly in front of the player. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's not like an immediate free hit or several hits on the player because you just teleport right in front of them. There's also a sound that plays audibly. It's pretty loud. That. And there's like a half a second delay between you teleporting and you grabbing. That gives the player, the enemy, enough time to dodge or dash away, but you know, if they're low, this works very well. It does take away your ability to escape with the grab, because if I'm grabbing you and pulling you here and stunning you, I can run away, but it's just more aggressive playstyle. Like that, I wanted to make the game more chaotic and give lots more opportunities for different playstyles, so I am doing that. Let's show off some of the other modifiers while we're at it here. There's, I think, 4 total dash ones, and there is 3 total grab modifiers at the moment. So let's show off some other ones. At this point, I want a new map too, but it's not what we're getting.
Get over here!
Let's do Phantom Sense. Alright. So we have Phantom Sense here, so let's read what this does. Phantom Sense. Dodge turns into an ability where you turn nearly transparent, black, 50% resistant to all damage, and gain a movement boost for 2 seconds. And there's a cooldown of 9 seconds. So any dodge-related perks also apply to modified abilities. So any grab perks, they'll apply to your modifiers. So same goes for Phantom Sense, like any cooldown related or strength So like there's a perk that's called Blaze, and it gives you like 50% more dash power. In this, it just gives you additional walk speed. I don't have that perk. I have pure randomness. But let's go ahead and use Phantom Sense. And yeah, it's basically a huge, just a huge walk speed boost for 2 seconds, and you're also 50% resistant to damage. I'm thinking about buffing the speed on it because I'm not that sure right now, but it's pretty useful here for rotating and running around players because it gives you a speed advantage. Also, additionally, you can use this to kind of catch up with enemies if they're trying to run away. Combine it with maybe a grab. You can do all sorts of things. Also, that was the pure randomness perk. Let's go ahead and show off another one. Let's do whip shot. Whip shot. So whip shot is the ultimate defensive grab.
Get over here!
It's not get over here, man. It's get the hell away from me. It just flung that dude all the way over there. So yeah, it's more of a defensive thing. Trying to run away from an enemy. How did that dude live? What? Where'd he go? Okay. I guess he died. I don't know. So yeah, that one's pretty fun. Let's show off some more. Oh yeah, so there's also like small UI changes I made here for the inventory, just moving around some of the buttons and stuff. Oh, and I didn't show this off. So good thing I just remembered coming in here. You can now have multiple accessories equipped. So yeah, like I can customize exactly where I want. Why is I don't have a proper thumbnail for that? That's cool. But that, you know, it's all very, it's epic. It's epic. There's even an eye patch. That doesn't cover my eye. All right. Steampunk gloves. So there's some reoccurring ones that you may have seen in a playtest, or if you're that old, you might have seen in the original game from like last year, a year and a half ago at this point. Yeah, there's some reoccurring ones. There's some very, very new ones that were made by yours truly. I haven't actually been able to show off the really cool ones yet, but let's show off the rest of the modifiers. So the Soul Strife turns the dodge into a small distance dash in the direction you're moving in. It's very small, and then shortly after, it's like a very big dash in the direction you're looking. I also want to make sure everyone knows that all of these still can dodge cancel, so if I'm stunned when trying to Soul Strife, it will still remove my stun. And let's try that out. So direction I'm moving, direction I'm looking. It's pretty cool for movement tech. You know, like if I want to like hit this guy up here and then move away from him, it can be, I hit the wrong button. It can be done to do that, like that. It's pretty cool. You know, you can angle hits and stuff with this one, so I'm loving it. And there's also the counter modifier, but there's a disproportionate amount to the grab modifiers. There's 4 dodges to 3 grabs, so I'm not going to go over the counter. It's really simple. If I'm moving this way and I hit my dash or dodge, it moves me this way. If I'm moving this way and hit it, it moves me this way. It moves you in the opposite direction. It's a small counter movement. It has a really short cooldown because it's really just meant to be used in fights when someone's attacking. See this little wind-up time you have here? You can move away in that time and counter it. Lastly, the vine. This is an old one from the old game, the original game here. There was a ability, I don't know what to call it. Well, I don't even know what it was called. Basically, like a skill you could buy in the shop, and it was called Vine, and it would just automatically grab a player, like the grab. So I did it here. It should logically work. I don't know. Okay. It It should work. I don't know. It doesn't work right now, I guess. It's fine. There's still bugs.
Get over here!
It was working the other day, but I made some changes to the grabs, so that's fair. There's 31 seconds. Oh, here's another evolution. It just replaces the one you have. Glitch core. Yes, yes. Before the match ends, I want to show this off. So, little glitch core here. It shoots the enemy and it applies 3 seconds of glitch, and it regenerates every couple seconds. This cannot be destroyed, but I'll show you something that can be destroyed. Finally, I got this one. This one can be destroyed. So it heals the player when it's in a radius, it gets weaker over time, and it does lose health, and it can be destroyed. It kind of floats a bit, so it's a little awkward, but you can do it. You can kill it. It's dead. I don't know why they're acting weird upon death, but it's dead. There's also one for resistance for that, but I won't show that here. Some additional items that I want to show off really quick here. The sacrificial cell here. This one's like the shock core, but it applies bleed. Pretty cool. It's actually weaker than the shock cell because it's weaker than the shock cell in terms of radius and degrading over time, just for balancing purposes. This one, it reflects damage onto enemy players while it's white. Pretty cool. Lastly, the thermite. I love this one. There is a lot of new abilities that have bombs for their things. This one I missed, but this one's a very small bomb. It applies fire and it applies damage. It's cool. Also, why he died is because I have the burning pool, not because the hitbox is off. Trip mines are back. They're still in the game as vending machine items, but they actually have a much longer delay to explode. They're not instant anymore. I think it's like 1.5 seconds, so you can actually run away from them now. Ninja stars, they apply bleed and do some damage. It's an old Roblox tool. I like to incorporate some old Roblox tools because they're fun. This is the vine staff. You can use it to isolate 1v1 fights. It's pretty cool. You just box people up here and hit them. If they touch the side walls, they take damage like the actual original Roblox tool. The spring trap. This one sucks. I actually just might remove this. Imagine an enemy comes here and they touch it. They just go really high in the sky for a few seconds. They don't take damage or anything. That might need to change. This though, I'll just let this speak for itself. I love that so much. I love it so much. If you touch that beam, you're gonna die very quick. That's it. Here I've taken some damage. Just gonna go ahead, use my bandage. Oop, it healed me a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and use it again. Oh, it healed me a bit. It does that. It's 2 uses, and it also removes bleed. It's like a Fortnite bandage. Let's show off another perk. There's so many perks, I'm not gonna show them off. But there's the sky step little platform when you double jump, because it can give you leverage for another double jump. So I think it's pretty cool. Healing pad. It's an OG one. It just heals you. Oh, and the grappling hook. It's another old Roblox tool I added, because you can get some cool movement out of it. Like if I hook onto the side of that building, if you let go, you're just suspended in the air. So you can use that for a chance to double jump, do whatever. It can be cool for movement. Pretty cool. Supersonic. Walk speed increases by 0.8 every second. Wow. Shock cell. Enemies that are caught in this will be stunned for maybe about half a second, but remember here, if someone's charging with their bat and they get stunned, no more bat charge. It gets weaker over time, and it can be destroyed, and it loses health over time, so it's not too strong. But it's still really cool. The whale launcher, a classic. It's gone. Gerald. So Gerald's back. He's got reworked code. He's pretty good now, actually. I think. He's not half bad. Shit. Let's go ahead and show off some of the reworked items here that have had a lot of changes. Almost everything has had changes. Like what the hell is this ability do? You know, I don't know. You know, I don't want to go through all of them. It's not the time to go through all of them. But just know pretty much every item here has had stat changes and ability changes. One of the biggest was the floral katana. Let's take a look at that, right? So just how it used to be here, you can hit the C ability here to change it from its pink state to its poisonous state. So more or less like its regenerative state to its poisonous state. As you see, it's changing still. So originally, the flourish ability only plants flowers, but now with the poisonous side, it plants little blossoms all along your katana that when you hit an enemy with them, it deals additional damage, 1 damage each, and 3 seconds of poison. So they're pretty good. That happens, and then you have an AoE slash that deals light damage and poison. And that's still it. Pretty cool. Also, when you hit enemies, when they're under a certain amount of HP, they'll still plant flowers. You now need a kill to use the flourish ability too. That's important. It still heals when you walk on it. Still cool. Oh yeah, we're gonna go for the crucible. Some light changes here that I've made to the crucible. Its hunger is now displayed here instead of the block because it's not a bat. You can still reap and sow enemies. You can desecrate, but now it expands and then desecrates to give people a second to run away because it was stupid before. So I changed it. So the bats. Both of these ultimate variants weren't exactly cutting it, so there's some new ones. There's a couple new ones. The battle axe and the guitar. Battle axe is all about, you know, that YOLO life, man. It's all about just getting hits, being aggressive. So you have a forge ability here that allows you to deal fire damage when hitting, and you have a war cry. When combined, it lowers the cooldown significantly for the battle axe. 20% if you have both the forge and war cry activated. If you just have the war cry activated, it's 10%. So there's a little. What does the ability do? What is the ultimate? You can spawn in little Geralds, little fun Geralds, little fun Geralds. Lastly, what was the last one I did? It was the guitar. It's just a rework. It was already in the game, but it needed some serious help because it was not very good at all. So it's much better now. The riff still works the same. Damage boost and regen. What does it do?
I got this!
Oh. So while you're melodic, you can hit enemies and it gives you more melodic, and it just increases your HP. You can hit C to get rid of your ultimate. And yeah, it'll consistently, when you're melodic, your HP consistently builds. Here's the shock cell more in like actual action. It does stun, not for long. I'm gonna go use the vending machine again after getting 2 kills. There is a second. I got a glitch core again. It's not exactly what I wanted. Let's see within 10 seconds here if I can do it. You can also see it became much weaker.
I got this!
Here we go. It actually works. Ignore the bat location. It's still a work in progress, big time, but yeah, this is the new screen. It's much better than the old screen. It used to depress me. The stage, it looks so lifeless. This is much better. It actually feels good. You can see your perks. You can see all your stats better. You can see everything, right? And then you can also vote on the new map. So ultimately, this is much cleaner than the old one was by far. I love it way more. There's also a lot of new game modes. Randomizer, Mayhem, contracted. Contracted, all players receive a contract. And Mayhem, that's not accurate. I'm still working on it. Game modes is one of the last things that need to be done, because not all the game modes are finished yet. Especially some of the more complex ones aren't done, but they're gonna be pretty cool. So I think that might be everything that I have at the moment in store. Like I said, there's a lot of new abilities to mess around with on all sorts of different variants, but right now I'm not going to show everything off that I've done. Already this is nearing the longest YouTube video that I've recorded for the game, so that's lovely. But I didn't want to show that much off, and I ended up showing everything off. So, whatever. Who really cares? I seriously hope you guys enjoyed watching me, come to progress here in recent months. The game really is almost done. Some of the last things I'm trying to do is finish this daily gift, finish the tutorial, finish all the extra settings that I need. Continue to patch some bugs. I'm not afraid of showing them here in the devlogs. There's bugs. I don't actively show my process of working through things. I just post little updates here to keep myself motivated and to keep hoping that some people will see this, be interested, watch the whole thing, and, fall in love with what I'm cooking up here. So, it's really awesome to be able to post these types of videos. I really hope to post maybe 1 or 2 more here before I finish up, maybe with more of the actual steps of my development and what I'm doing behind the scenes, because right now, you're just really seeing it all, how it's all coming together and not how it did come together, but that's fine. I'm really focusing too on making the UI look more visually pleasing. Right now it kind of does, this is a really cool menu screen here. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do a whole lot of things. And there's all sorts of things to look forward to in the future. But as for right now here, I don't think this will take much longer than an early January release. I'm very excited. Everything's really coming together. So thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys here, hopefully, in the next video. I'm hoping here to get a combat overlook, a new combat overlook here of just me and someone else just fighting it out. I hope maybe tomorrow or in the next few days. And maybe some additional content on TikTok or YouTube Shorts very soon. So, thank you guys very much. UKBG out. No, that was pretty bad. No, I don't know. See ya.